Dear students, in the last classes we had been come to know about the samples, sample survey, census survey and also many other concepts of second chapter. Today we shall continue the same second chapter video 2.5. 2.5, that is census of India and NSSO. Census of India and NSSO. It has been, there are many agencies are there to collect the data and also make survey of India, and even these surveys are mainly looking after the social and economic surveys which can be supply the data and analyze the data and also make the concluding remarks and also a survey reports. Such agencies of national level the national level survey are conducted by many agencies, nothing but some of the institutions at the national level. First is Census of India. Second is NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. That is NSSO. NSSO. NSSO and even CSO, Central Statistical Organization, Central Statistical Organization, and even Registrar General of India, Registrar General of India, Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence, Commercial Intelligence and Statistics, GIS. At last, Labor Bureau. There are many agencies that are there which can be conduct the survey for national level. Even though these agencies can be possible to make the collection of the data and also make the supply of the report as the most important. Let us come to know one by one. First is Census of India. Census of India was established in 1950s, but before independence it has been various phases. It has been provides the most complete and continuous demographic record of population. It is the complete demographic population survey can be conducted by the Census of India. Census of India before independence, it has two phases. One is before independence, and after independence. Before independence, it has been conducted in 1881. And 1901. The first census had been in 1881. ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 1881ರಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 1901ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ 10 years ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ 10 years, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ 10 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಜನಗಣತಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ of India after independence, the census has been conducted in 1951. In 1951 is the first census had been conducted by the Government of India, and list of census can be goes like this. First census 1951. Before that 1881, 1901. 1901, 1951, 61, 71, 81, 91, 2001, 2011. Seven census. Recently completed. In 2011. In 2011, we had been completed recently about the recording of the population and also economical survey. As per the same, the population of India is 37,000. 23.8. As per 1901 census, 1881 census population we had done. In 1951 it has been 35.7. 35.7. Recently 121. 121 crores in 2011, very recent census we have been. and data collected by the census of India. What are the data has been collected? This is the census what we had. Before independence, first census was in 1881. After independence, first census has been in 1951. This is before independence, this is after independence. After independence, this is before independence. Before independence and after independence. Before independence, first census was in 1881. After independence, first census was in 1951. Come to say, what are the functions to be get done by the census of India? It collects the data. The census of India collects the data on demographic. Demographic India. So, demographic data has been collected by the census of India with a size and density of population. Literacy. It will be collect the data on the literacy, birth and death rates. Sex ratio. Sex ratio. Migration, rural urban distribution. Rural urban distribution of population can be. It has been collected and also published. This data have been collected and published. By Registrar General of India. It is data collected and published by Registrar General. Registrar General of India can. But census data is interpreted and analyzed under the many economic and social issues. This demographic data can be understood and also make the Indian economic and also social issues. This is the major objective of the conducting data collection by the Census of India. That is to understand economic and social issues of India. So come to know the merits and demerits of census. Merits: intensive study, high degree of accuracy, data results. Suitable for India. Correct estimation. Say the intensive study of Indian population. It means the sex ratio, literacy, socio-economic issues can be intensively studied. High degree of the accurate data results. High degree, the better level of the higher and best level of the results can possibly give. And suitable for India because Indian population is not homogeneous. It has been complex with the religion and socio-economic, rural, urban, and also maximum rich and also poor. Wider gap is there. It can give correct estimation of some of the products and also give the better yielding of the India can be give the estimation of such kind of things. And even correct estimation of the yielding, the crop patterns and even the type of the crops can be given by the census of India. And as per the ages, association with the various issues of the sex and institutional knowledge and etc. can be. Demerits also there. There are some demerits. Expensive. It is more expensive, more manpower. Not applicable in case of the indefinite population. Population, at last, here are segments. Reported action. And every segment and article every segment can be as analytical probability. See, it is more expensive because it needs more population for the more staff for the data collection. It needs more manpower also can be because it needs more people. Not applicable in the case of indefinite population. The size of population also other things we don't know means automatically we cannot possible to get correct. It requires more time for the report and also action. What the data is there, after collecting the data and also the estimation, we used to take some action after that we cannot be possible because it takes delay. And even every segment of the article can be based on the analytical probability. ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಲಿಟ್ರಸಿ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಟ್ರಸಿ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ಥರದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ Census of India. Shall go for the next agency is NSSO. NSSO National Sample Survey Organization was established in 1950. It was established in 1950. Later, it had been. It was in 1972. Comes under Ministry of It had been comes under the Ministry of Statistics. Program implementation is called as MOSPI. MOSPI can be, and first round, and even it has been the divisions. It has 4 divisions for working: STR, Survey, Design and Research; second division come under the Field Operations Division. Field Operations Division. Data Processing, last one is Economic Analysis. There are 4 divisions are there. This is Field Operations Division, FOD. Here survey, design and also research. Survey ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಜನಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡೇಟಾ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ and even data processing. After collecting the data, it is to be make an analysis and also make the charts, tables, designs and also others. And economic analysis, what is the estimated cost and what is the payment is to be made, how to make it, and everything has been made about the cost of survey. And even shall go for the rounds, the conduction of these surveys. Successive rounds. First round of NSSO had been in October 1950. October 1950, first round of NSSO National Sample Survey has been conducted. Between October 1950 March 1951. on the covering households, agriculture, livestock, agriculture and livestock. First survey, household industry, craft trade, crafts, trade, and even economic, socio-economic things, financial operations. It has been related to the data collected in the first round was agriculture, livestock, household industry, crafts, trade, financial operations, and also many other things. But it has recently what the data has been collected recently is 1959, 59th round, 59th round, January December 2003. 2003, it has been land and livestock holding. And also investment, related to investment. And even at the 60th round, 60th round has been conducted in January, June 2004. 2004 it has been come to conducted, morbidity and health care. Morbidity and health care. As per the textbook you are referring, textbook has been 59th round and also 60th round. 59 and 60th round are there. First round also has not been mentioned. In this way there are various rounds are there. But I will come on to the 75th round. 75th, 76th and 77th round. It has been conducted in 77th round. Was conducted in January, December 2019. Data has been collected on the land livestock holding. Land and livestock holding, debt and investment. Debt and investment. 78th round. That is in the 1st January, December 2020. Data collected on domestic tourism expenditure, domestic tourism expenditure and multiple indicator survey. Multiple indicator survey. These are the recent surveys of 77 and also 78. As per your textbook, only 60, 59 and also 60 is given. But I have given the latest information also of 77 and 79th, 78th round. And even in the 78th round, it has been given the time use survey also can, about the unemployment also can be, how it has been effective on the weekly unemployment, monthly unemployment, daily unemployment. In this way, general unemployment, the various types of unemployment it has been given about the data can be. There are many other surveys also there apart from this general survey of the economic and also social. Functions of an SSO. Functions of NSS. It has been the sum of the functions. It conducts large scale sample surveys. It conducts large scale sample survey on households consumer expenditure. Consumer expenditure, unemployment, health, medical service. The first function of the NSSO. Secondly, it has been the topics to be get covered in the particular survey round. It decides in any particular round. Suppose in 78th round, what topic is to be get decided for the conduction of the survey could possibly be decided by the NSSO. And even it has been the agriculture wing of NSSO field division. Field states responsibility in survey. In the NSSO survey, what are the responsibility has to be taken by the state governments for assisting this. Annual survey of the industries. It conducts annual survey for the industries also can be, and it can be every year bring out the reports of the states of estimation of the agriculture production in states. What about the agricultural production in the states has been come to be get published. It has the data relating to the industries and crop estimation. And even data on different socio-economic conditions. Socio-economic conditions, and even it coordinates the surveys to collect the data from the agriculture sector. For agriculture sector also, it cooperates to be collect the data from the other sectors, and it releases the collected data in different socio-economic surveys. It has publication unit can be published the data of survey. They has been to the ಸರ್ವೇಕ್ಷಣ. NSS ಸರ್ವೇಕ್ಷಣ ಎಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಲಿ ಜರ್ನಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಲಿ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಜರ್ನಲ್. 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಮೊದಲು ದೇರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ದ NSC ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ NSS. So come to know about the NSC. National Sample Commission. National Sample Commission established in 12th July 2006. In 2006, it had been come to be get established. After that, the Chief Executive Officer of the Niti Aayog is the main head of this wing. It will be come under Ministry of Statistics and also Program Implementation. Main functions of the NSC is submission of final report, the main function of the NSC is submission of annual report prepared by the National Sample Survey Organization in the both houses of Parliament, in central and state government. In the central government and also state government, state legislature. In the state legislature, legislature and also central parliament. The both the state and central governments will be give the report to submit it. It also submits the periodic labor force survey also can be. Labor survey also can be submitted by the same. This is all about the census survey and also Census of India and also NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. This is the last class of this chapter 2 in the statistics. Okay, thank you very much.